Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I am Rajnikant and today's video we're gonna discuss Java 8 interview questions, right? These are very popular and important interview questions. While you will face interview, you will get these things, right? It's required for freshers as well as experienced people. As in currently market we are using Java 8 features regularly, so we should aware these important interview questions. Okay, if you have not subscribed my channel yet, please do subscribe it to get all latest videos, whatever I will create. And if you see here, I do have lot of videos with Git series and Spring Boot CRUD application, JUnit complete series, and how to write JUnit's integration test, and Mockito, and lot of Java 8 other features video as well. Okay, let's jump into today's topic. Okay, so wherever it's required, we'll write some snippet of code. I will explain you by writing some snippet of code. Otherwise, we'll go by this PPT and I will explain all those details. Okay, so first and foremost interview question: what are the Java 8 features you have used in your project? Okay, so here you should tell all those features of Java 8 whatever you have used in your project, right? Functional interface, lambdas, default and static methods in interfaces, and optional class introduced in Java 8, and streams API, which are heavily used in manipulating the collection, uh, the streams API, and new date and time API also introduced in Java 8. So in this question, just you need to tell all those points. Now you no need to explain each of those features, but at least you should tell all these points. Okay, so let's move to next one. uh, Once you have explained what are the different Java 8 features you have used, then the interviewer might be asked what is functional interface. So functional interface are key point or key they have the key role in Java 8 in functional way of returning the code. Okay, so functional interface, as the name itself indicates, from the question itself we can identify functional interface is an interface, and which should contain a single abstract method. Okay, so functional interfaces are interface which should have contain only one abstract method. Okay, if you'll see here, each functional interface has a single abstract method. Okay, so for some details I have given this snippet. So let's see, in my IDE I'll show you a functional interface and some key points as well. So here I have a interface called bank, and I have annotated with @functional interface. And just see here, we have only one method. As we know, interface methods are by default public and abstract, so we no need to declare them as a public and abstract. Okay, so the interface should have contain only one method. Okay, only one abstract method. If you want, you can have static method, default method, multiple static and default method, but only one abstract method. If you will keep two abstract method, it will show error. Just see, it is showing error. Okay, multiple non-overriding abstract method found in interface. So if it's a functional interface, we should keep only one abstract method. The interview may ask, can we place a default method, can you place static method? Yes, that is allowed. And one more key point, the interview may ask, can we place toString in a functional interface? toString, just see, string, toString. So these are methods coming from object class. So all the object class methods you can place like this. It's okay, it's completely fine, right? Hope you got it, what is functional interface and how you will explain. Let's move to next one. So next one is what is lambda expression. This is a very important interview questions. Without this question that interview will not gonna complete. Okay, so lambda expression are method without name. This is first, and lambdas are backed by functional interfaces. Okay, so in Java 8 lambda expressions are evaluated, and what is lambda expression? Lambda expressions are method without name, and lambdas are backed by functional interface. Okay, so next let's move to next question. So how functional interfaces and lambda expressions are related? Okay, this is very important question and you should understand this one. Lambda expression can be used to represent the instance of functional interface. As functional interface have single abstract method, lambda expression can be used to provide the implementation of abstract method. This is the definition wise, but if I want to explain, let me go to my IntelliJ idea, then I will explain you there. Okay, so lambda expression can be used to represent the instance of functional interface. How will you use? Just see. So if you'll see here, bank is a functional interface. Okay, so lambda expression can be used to what is that instance, can be used to represent the instance of a functional interface. How will represent the instance of this interface? Let me show you in lambda test. Okay, so in lambda test I have a method called check balance. Okay, and here I am passing a method parameter bank. So what is this bank? This bank is a functional interface. This is the interface, right? So if you want to call this method check balance, so that time what we need to have create a implementation class of bank like this. You need to have a implementation class and implement that interface. Okay, and override that method, then call this method by passing this object. Okay, but lambda expression make it easier. If you'll see here in check balance, we are passing this lambda. Okay, so this is that lambda expression. Okay, so here what we have written here, lambda expression can be used to represent the instance of functional interface. So here we are passing, right? So we are passing as the instance of functional interface. So in check balance, if you'll see, it receiving bank reference, and here what we are passing, we are passing that lambda. Hope you got it. Okay, so in this way we are passing that instance of functional interface. Okay, and as functional interface have single abstract method, lambda expression can be used to provide the implementation of abstract method. So here we are using that implementation of abstract method. Just see, string account number, and then we are having this logic. In bank, if you'll see, this is the check balance string account number, right? We have implemented using lambda string account number and that method body, whatever insert there, that logic. Okay, let's move to next one. So next question, why default method introduced in Java 8? Okay, so default methods are introduced to provide backward compatibility in Java. So in interface, if you will declare any of that abstract method, then we need to implement all those abstract methods in the implementation class. Without implementation we cannot do anything. Okay, so if you want to introduce a new method and that should not impose the implementation classes to implement that method, then we should go for default methods. Okay, mostly the default methods are introduced to provide backward compatibility in Java. If you want to me explain, just see here, bank is their interface, bank. If I will have another method here, check balance 1, and let me remove this functional interface annotation, and just see in SBI it's crying class SBI must either be declared as abstract or implement abstract method. So we need to have implement. Just see, one interface is present in Java from Java 1 onwards till Java 8. Okay, the same interface is present. For example, the bank interface is present in Java from Java 1 version to Java 8. Okay, so to enhance some functionality, you want to add a new method. But problem is, if you will add a new method, whatever the classes implements from bank, there you need to implement this new method again. Okay, so to eliminate that one, or to overcome these issues, Java 8 introduced default method. The default method, it's got introduced, and default here you need to provide body. Default you need to provide body. So here we need to return, let me return empty string. In default you need to return body. Okay, but just see in SBI, is it complaining now? No. So default methods are introduced to provide backward compatibility in Java. Okay, let me do Ctrl Z again to keep it. Okay, let me remove this one. Okay, we are good to go. Now let's move to next one. Hope you got it, that what is default method and why default method introduced in Java 8. Okay, let's move to next one. So next one is, what is predicate? So in Java 8, lot of predefined functional interface got introduced. Okay, so predicate is one of them. So predicate is a predefined functional interface. Okay, so as this is a functional interface, it should have only one method, one abstract method. So what is that abstract method? It can accept a argument and return a boolean value. Okay, so predicate one abstract method is there, which will take a argument and it will return a boolean value. It is used to test a condition. Okay, if you will consider in Java 8 example, in filter it will take a predicate. Let me show you here. Lambda test, or where is this? So just see, anywhere you are using filter. No, let me just see, here you are using filter, streams.filter, right? So in filter it's taking a predicate. This is the predicate, if you'll see. Okay, now let's go to this predicate and we're gonna see. So predicate is a functional interface, and what is that method is there? Boolean test. This is that method, and it will take a argument, it will return boolean value. If the interviewer will ask where exactly you have used, you can say in filter we are passing the predicate to check the condition. Okay, let's move to next one. So the next one is, what is function? Again, as I told, in Java 8 lot of predefined functional interfaces are introduced. So function is one of them again. Okay, so function also a functional interface. So it will take a argument and produce a result. Okay, this is a simple functional interface which will take an argument and it will produce a result. If you want, let me show you that. Control N, functional function. Okay, java.util.function. Just see here, public interface function, and it's declared as a @functional interface, and it's having a method called apply. It will take a argument, just see here t, and it is returning a return type. Okay, so ideally this functional interface is used for processing something and returning some result. Okay, hope you got it. Now let's move to next one. Functional interface done, function done. Anyway, I will give this document link for you people. You can have your Gmails or any mails in the comment section, and I will share this document with you people. Okay, so let's see what is method reference. So method reference is used to refer the method of a functional interface. So method reference is used to refer the method of a functional interface, and it is represented in double colon operator. So when should we use method reference? So you are using a lambda just to call a particular method. That time we can use method reference. Otherwise, if your lambda is very large, in that lambda expression you are returning some number of logics. Okay, so that time you can use method reference concept so that your lambda will be in a single line of code. Okay, in functional programming, ideally the lambda should be hardly 2 to 3 lines of code, then it should be looks very good. But if it is having some more logic, then you can go for method reference concept and you can use. Okay, so method reference is used to refer the method of functional interface, and it is represented in double colon operator. For example, let me show you here. So already I have a example. Just see, in for each, so for each will take a it's a consumer. It will take it's a predefined functional interface consumer. So here we are passing a lambda. In this lambda, what we are doing, just we are printing. Okay, so let me show you here how we are doing. So x system.out.println. Here I am putting x. Just see, here I have given a lambda expression. So here what I am doing, I am taking those strings and printing. So if you are doing like this, just taking those values and calling some method, so in that case we can use directly method reference. Just see here in IntelliJ IDEA also it is suggesting lambda can be replaced with method reference. So the same thing we can have like this. So system.out, and in this method here we need to pass the double colon, and just remove these things. Okay, just see, this is the method reference. Okay, so method reference, anyway I will create a separate video for deep understanding, but from interview perspective this is fine. Hope you got it. Now let's move to next one. How method reference and lambda expressions are related. Just now we have seen ideally lambda should have 2 to 3 lines of code. If you want to process some logic, a number of lines of code, then we should go for method reference. This is one, and method reference are compact and easy way of using lambdas. You can tell these things to interviewer. Hope you got it. Now let's move to next one. This is a very popular interview question. Difference between skip and limit. Okay. This is important in terms of interview perspective as well as in your application development. Let's see. So skip will return the remaining elements after discarding the first n elements. So for example, skip 3, then it will discard the first 3 element. It will not consider the first 3 element, then it will return the remaining element. Okay. And coming into limit, the limit of n will return the first n elements by discarding the rest of the elements. Okay, the limit n will return the first n element by discarding the rest of the element. So in limit, for example, in limit 3, it will return the first 3 elements. Okay, but in skip 3, it will skip the first 3 element and it will return rest of the element. Okay, hope you got it. If you want, I will explain you by a simple coding here. Already I have code as well. Let me comment this out. Okay, so here this one also there. Let me comment this out. So quickly we'll do names dot stream stream dot first we'll have skip 3 dot for each will apply. Let me print that one so that you will get to know, right? So here we'll go for this method reference. Just see how beautiful that code is in Lambda in Java 8. Only a single line of code we have achieved these things. So first 3 it will skip. So Rajni, Rohan and Rosni, these 3 name it will skip and it will print Veronica, Bimal, Ansu and Bowman. Okay, let's run this application and we'll wanna see. So it will skip these 3 names, right? Okay, just see, it's printing Veronica, Bimal, Ansu and Bowman. Okay, now let's do the same thing here. Instead of skip, I will have, what is that one, limit. Okay, limit done. So in limit, what it will print? These 3, Rajni, Rohan and Rosni, these 3 names it will print. The rest of the things it will discard. Let me run it quickly for you people. These are very important in terms of interview perspective. You should aware all of this. Okay, okay, just see, these 3 names are printing. Let's move to next question. So difference between findAny and findFirst. So these are methods are there and we need to distinguish what is the difference between them. Okay, so first findAny, as the name itself it's showing. So findAny returns an optional describing some element of the stream or an empty optional if the stream is empty. So findAny will return on any element, an arbitrary element it will return from the stream. And findFirst returns an optional describing the first element of the stream or an empty optional if the stream is empty. Okay, if the stream has no order and counting, no order, then any element may be returned. Okay, so findAny will return any element from that streams and it will return empty optional if the stream is empty. Okay, in findFirst it will return the first element of the stream and constraint is if it is a ordered collection then it will identify the first element, otherwise in findFirst it will return any element. Okay, hope you got it. findFirst and findAny. Then move to next one. Why streams API is used? Okay, And have you ever used streams API? Yes, definitely we have used lot of times. So you can explain like this way. So streams APIs are introduced in Java 8, and ideally streams are used with collections to manipulate different operations. For example, in a list, some elements are there and you want to filter out something, you want to filter out some elements, then we can have streams filter concept and we can eliminate those elements, whatever you want. Okay, so like this, a lot of things we can achieve in streams API. Okay, hope you got it. Now let's move to next one. So what is lazy evaluation in streams? This is very important. So streams are lazy. Okay, streams are lazy because intermediate operations are not evaluated unless terminal operation is involved. Okay, so in streams we do have two operations. One is a intermediate operation, another is terminal operation. Okay, we'll come to this lazy evaluation. Before that we'll cover this, what is terminal and intermediate operation. This is required before we'll proceed with lazy evaluation. Okay, so intermediate operation is lazy while terminal operation is not. Okay, so intermediate operations are those operations which will return a value, which will return a stream again. For example, here if you see distinct, skip, limit, map, filter, flat map, sorted, peak, these are intermediate operation. Okay, so intermediate operation will return a stream. All intermediate operations return a stream and that can be chained, while terminal operation do not return any stream, it will return a value. Okay, so if we'll consider here for each, reduce, collect and mean, and after we have done this terminal operations, we cannot perform any chaining operation. Okay, so intermediate operations will return a new stream, while terminal operation will not return a stream. And intermediate operations are lazy while terminal operations are not lazy. Okay, so as intermediate operation will not perform anything unless we will apply a terminal operation. Okay, so hope you got it, what is intermediate operations and what is terminal operations. If you want, I will explain you an example as well. So here if you'll see names.streams.limit. okay, if you'll hit like this, here nothing will gonna happen. Just see, nothing will gonna happen. Here also it is showing result of stream limit is ignored. But if you will have this for each, so for each is a terminal operation, if you will apply this terminal operation, then only this limit will execute. Until unless we will not apply any terminal operation, so those intermediate operation will not execute at all. Okay, so let's move to next one. So hope you got it, what is a terminal and intermediate operations. So let's come to this, what is lazy evaluation streams. So as I have explained, intermediate operations are lazy in streams. So those operations will not perform at all until unless we have applied terminal operation. Okay, so if you'll see here, I have explained, if you are applying limit, so limit is a intermediate operation. So if you'll apply limit, so without applying any terminal operation, this limit will not execute at all. This limit will not execute at all until unless we have applied terminal operation. So once we'll apply this terminal operation, this limit will execute. Okay, so that's why all the intermediate operations are lazy. So we can say lambdas are lazy. lambdas are lazy evaluation. Okay, hope you got it. Now let's move to next one. What is the difference between collection API and streams API? This is also a popular interview question, and you may get so collection API and streams API. So collection API is for storing the data. Okay, in collection API we do have lot of data structure like list, set, like this, and list have array list, linked list, struct, vector, and again set has hash set, linked hash set, like this, and we can store the data using collection API. Okay, but whereas in streams API, so streams is used to process the data. Okay, so streams are used to process the data, that collection data. Okay, so with the conjunction of streams API we can process and manipulate the collection. For example, you have given a list, so how I will manipulate something? By using that streams API I can manipulate that list. I can filter, I can transform, and I can aggregate. Okay, lot of manipulations we can do with streams API. So streams API is to process the data, while collection API is there to store the data. Okay, let's move to next one. Okay, next is, have you ever reduced operation in streams? Okay, this is also a very important question. So in Java 8, the streams dot reduce combine elements of stream and produce a single value. So stream, the reduce operation, the reduce method, what exactly it will do? It will combine the values, it will combine the elements, and it will return a single value. Reduce operation will combine the elements and it will return a single value. For example, we have a list of integers and you want to do summation. How will do? Just see reduce, and this is the expression. Okay, hope you got it. What is a reduce operation? Good. Let's move to next one. So difference between stream of integer and IntStream. So this is also a very important interview question. So stream of integer and IntStream. Okay, so IntStream is a stream of primitive integer value, whereas stream of integer is a stream of integer object, which is a wrapper class objects. So stream of wrapper class object, and another is IntStream is stream of integer values. Okay, what is the major difference between them? So in IntStream some built-in methods are there, that is range, sum, and average kind of methods will be present in IntStream, while those are not present in stream of integer. Okay, so this is the basic difference among them, and we can achieve the same thing, the sum thing, using reduce operation. Okay, so this is the difference between stream of integer and IntStream. So already I have uploaded a video specifically for this, you can watch that one as well. I will give in the description link that. Okay, now let's move to next one. So you may get some interview question for programming as well. So like this, find all the students from computer science department. So one student objects will be there, and those students objects will be present in a list. Suppose a list is having some 10 number of student object, and there will be attributes in the student object like name, age, and department. So department will be computer science. So how will filter out students of computer science department? Okay, how will do this one? List dot stream dot filter, and in this filter you can pass a lambda. Okay, like this. So this is that st student objects, and get department dot equals equal to computer science, and then collect those students and return a list. So you may get a variant of this question, some different variant of the same question. Okay, Now let's move to next one. So what is optional and why should we use? So optional is a feature that it's introduced in Java 8. So, and this is used to eliminate null pointer exceptions. Okay, so optional class is a container class, or we can say it will provide a wrapper, and this is used for eliminate the null pointer exception. So optional is a container object which may or may not contain a non-null value. If value is present will return true, and get will return the value. Okay, so if you are using optional, then you can call is present. If the value is present inside optional, it will return true, and if it is not present, it will return false. And if value is present, then you can have that get method to return the value. Okay, so I have said all those interview questions what are most popular, and you can again you can gone through these interview questions and prepare yourself. Okay, so please provide your valuable comments in the comment section, which will be really helpful to me, and I will upload some more videos as well based on your feedbacks. Okay, so thank you for watching guys, and have a nice day.